lot like winter. Let's get into it. Rates are below 6%. Yep. If you pay a point, you're at 5.75. Even the quoted APR is 5.8. Granted, it starts at 6.35, but if you pay a point, you can get a 5.75. That's the best rate out there for a $2.5 million house with 5% or 20% down and good credit. You're looking at 5.75%. So don't complain that rates are too high. There you go. If you can afford it, you can afford it. You can still buy a house for a decent one for 1.4, let's just say. You're looking at $7,000 with 20% down. Do you need a down payment? No, but your monthly payment is going to be higher. You can get a conventional at 3%. You can get FHA at 3.5%. You can get a VA for 0% down. But the more you put down, the lower your price is going to be. So when you're ready to talk about it, let me know. Millennials overwhelmingly cite housing affordability barriers. Trump is trying to get rid of all the institutional investors, which account for 2.1 to 2.5% of all the investors that are out there. And institutional investors are any company that owns 1,000 or more units. That's not the problem. The problem is we're not building enough houses, period. We are not, read my lips, we are not building enough new houses or homes or apartments. We're not building enough for the population increase. And until we do, prices are going to continue to go up. It's supply and demand. Simple as that. You can call it whatever you want. We can give you benefits if you're a first responder or a veteran. You can do all this stuff, but until they start making more homes, nothing's going to change. Prices of housing is going to continue to go up. You can read this article all you want. I agree partially with it, but that's an opinion, right? They're all puff pieces these days. Don't forget, we're working on probate and estate sales, or if you have an older parent that needs to go to an adult community or an active care community or what have you, let me know, because we have that process in place right now. We bring in the vendors to clean up the house, but we also have vendors that can help you with estate sales and take tchotchkes like snow globes and what have you and sell them off on the market. It's a great process. I'd love to be able to walk you through it once we get into that. Why living next to a vacant house should be a deal breaker for you. Number one, infestation, rats, mice, animals, you name it. It's an absolute possibility. You can get squatters coming into that house and they will destroy that house, but they can also lead to more infestation, more problems around your neighborhood. We had a vacant house down our street, down on Mountford, for years. And the guy was a retired deputy sheriff, so shame on him. That house needed to be completely redone. Now, granted, the next door neighbor had kids in there, his granddaughter, and that granddaughter let all sorts of folks in there to do whatever they wanted to. Be aware when you're looking at a house, make sure you look at the neighborhood. Can't steer you, can't tell you that's a bad neighborhood or not, but open your eyes and look and go to the school and look. If you don't like what, don't buy that house. If everything's clean and gleaming and everybody's happy and your kids playing and nobody getting shot or sleeping on the sidewalks, then you have to worry. Vacant houses is a key indicator. Look up and down the house of the neighborhood. Look at the neighborhoods around, the blocks around it. Look at the streets around it. This is something that's very telling. And more, especially with the lack of response from our cities for enforcement of codes, something to be aware of. Your property value will be destroyed. Absolutely. Something to consider. This is what you get for $2 million. I had Hidalgo Court. The reason why I picked it is because it is, I think it's central San Jose. Yep. In the Willow Glen area, close to Cambrian. But it's $2 million, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet. Nothing fancy about it. Let's go take a look inside. Ooh, a blue door, blue cabinets. All right, good luck with that for $2 million. What you get for $1 million is Springhaven Court, 95111. It's right off of East Branham Lane. I used to live right here. And there's also Valley Christian High School right here. You can look at the schools. It's nicely run schools. I'll tell you that right now. But for $1 million, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square feet. This one's going to sell fast because of the price point. I know, crazy, right? $1 million, but it is what it is. That used to be Frontier Village, and now it's just a big park, Edenville Park, and they have Hayes Mansion there. And there's that 7-Eleven down in this area right here. There you go. New numbers are out. Inventory is hugely down, but that's because we're in the winter. And I'm already getting calls to bring on more and more listings. And I'm trying to push them out to March, April, May, because that's when the big bump is. There will be buyers out right now, especially when the weather gets better. And there'll be a couple good weekends over the next 2 months where people will just come out in droves, and your house can get sold pretty quick, especially if it's in good shape. You want to make sure your house looks nice, feels nice, smells nice, nothing out of the ordinary in order to sell it. Because if you see one wrong thing, buyers are being super picky right now.